So today I want to do something a little bit different, guys. I get a lot of comments and DMs asking me what my picture profile settings are, what lenses are my favorite. So I thought, why not just do a Q&A right here and now. So here we go. Favorite lens. Favorite lens, that's a real tough one. I can tell you what lenses that I use all the time. On my A6500, I'm always using either the 35mm 1.8, the 10-18, or the 18-105. And occasionally I'll bring out the 30mm Sigma Art 1.4. I love all those lenses. You get every focal length you need basically with the 18-105, and the 10-18 is so good on the gimbal. It's smooth, it's stabilized, and it just gives you that sort of like beautiful wide angle approach that I just love so much. And if you want that creamy sort of gorgeous cinematic, really wide open fast lens, the Sigma 1.4 30mm Art lens is my favorite for that sort of thing. How do you get such clean night footage? It's really simple, really. I expose for what I'm shooting for. So if I'm shooting at night and my scene has a little bit of light in it, like a store or a sign, I'll expose specifically for that and not try to expose for the shadows, hence minimizing the noise in the shadows. This is Dawson. He wants to be in the video. Hey Dale, what picture profile do you use? Well, let me tell you. I float around between picture profile 8 and picture profile 2. I like Pro Color and I also like Cinema Color. I don't really like to use S-Log a lot. Are you gonna let me make this video or what, man?
I like you on YouTube.
You like me on YouTube? Okay. Well,
everyone does.
Okay.
Every kid does.
Every kid likes to be on YouTube. Okay, so Dawson wants to be in the video too, so I think that's okay. So, what do you think about S-Log 2 and S-Log 3? I very rarely use S-Log 2 or S-Log 3. An 8-bit camera is not going to give you in that dynamic range, and I'd really rather use the cine profiles because they're flat enough, and sometimes I won't even use picture profiles. Sometimes I use creative styles like autumn leaves and neutral,
like
standard.
All that stuff.
I do use. Do you use ND filters? And if you do, what is your go-to ND filter? Well, I use cheap ND filters. Hoyas usually, and they're all 72mm. I have step rings, so if I have a 49mm thread on the 35mm lens, for instance, I'll put an adapter on, so I only have to have one ND filter for all my lenses. There's a little tip for you there. One ND filter with a whole bunch of step rings. How do you capture your audio? I usually use the Rode VideoMic Pro on the camera. Sometimes when I'm on the gimbal, I never put a mic on the gimbal because I think it just countersets the balance and it just throws the balance off. So I'd rather tweak the audio from the camera in post, and I'll put a little bit of those little dead cat sort of furry things, I'll glue them onto the mics on top of the 6500. And if I'm using external audio, I will use the Zoom H4n, and that's how I get all my voiceovers, Zoom H4n. And I usually tweak it in post, a little bit of compression, a little bit of EQ, and that's pretty much it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope you guys got some value out of this Q&A. If you have any more questions or comments, throw them down below. And if you like this video, please subscribe, like it, share it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Nope, not yet. Not.
Dawson's behind the camera right now. Peace, guys. We're out.